that's fine. Just that overall shot would be good on that one. Are you rolling with the video too?
Radar's got the video. Wherever he's at. Oh.
Is the video on?
Voice slated. I got sound going too. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the Rocket SP5 submunition serial number 4041. It was in Bay 3. You got a successful TDU operation and raid deployment.
Okay, I'm rolling again.
Okay, you can also see that the ribbon separated at the right spot from the aft cover. Okay, if we look at the retention pin, it looks to be intact with no apparent damage. That's all we can say about this, other than there are no rips or tears in the raid. That's good.
Okay, I'm rolling whenever you want to go.
Okay, this is Rocket SP5. It's submunition serial number 4042. Came out of Bay 1. You got a successful deployment of the raid, TDU operated, and the deployment ribbon separated at the right place.
Bay 3.
Okay, looking at the retention pin, looks to be in good shape. And as we look at the raid,
This is Rocket SP5. What? Rocket SP5.
okay, there appears to be no damage at all to the raid. Okay, why don't we get a, that's good for the video.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Let me see if I can. Okay, this is the submunition out of Bay 6, Rocket SP-5. We had a successful deployment of the raid, meaning the TDU operated. Okay, the deployment ribbon deployed properly. You can see that the retention pin has been bent on this one. Okay, that does it for the... Oh, let's look at the raid here. Okay, there is no damage to the raid on this one.
Okay, video's
Yeah,
running.
that's good, just like that.
Okay, this is submunition serial number 4039 out of Rocket SP-5. It's submunition out of Bay 5. This is the way it landed on the ground. It looks like we got a successful raid deployment, and it appears as if the deployment ribbon separated at the right place, functioned as you would expect it, successfully.
Okay, turn this thing over.
Okay, on this one, the retention pin looks to be in good shape. No damage to it. Okay, looking at the raid. No apparent damage to the raid. That's good for this one. We'll just hold it there. How's that sound?
That'll work.
Okay, I'm rolling too.
Okay, this is the submunition serial number 4040 out of Bay 2, Rocket SP-5. We had a successful deployment of the raid. The deployment lanyard separated at the right place. And on this one, it looks like we have no damage to the retention pin. Oh wait, we need some. Why don't we go ahead and get our pictures here? It's next. That's okay. Why don't we hold them till we.
Okay.
Okay, you rolling again?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the raid on this one. There is no damage to the raid on this one. See that?
Okay, I'm rolling too.
Okay, this is submunition seal number 4044 out of Bay 4, Rocket SP5. And you're looking at the submunition, the way it landed on the ground. Kind of sunk in the ground a little bit, as you see. It appears as if we had a successful TDU operation, deployed the raid properly. The deployment ribbon separated at the right spot. Is there anything you want to say about it, Jim?
No, I just wanted to point out the fact that if you know, if this were a tactical or a sim, when we start flying the tactical sims, you couldn't tell the band marking on it if the self-destruct would not have worked. So we would have to blow it in place if this were the case.
What about the pin?
We'll pull the pin out.
You want to check that pin?
Yeah, we're going to pull it out here. Let me get rid of the pin so I don't write all over myself.
You hold it. Thanks.
Okay, let's look at the raid as long as it's looking right up at us here. Okay, other than a piece of weed going through it, there's no other damage to the raid. Okay. Okay, looking at the retention pin, it looks as if the top of the pin was sheared right off.
Okay, I'm rolling again.
Okay, on this particular shot, it looks like possibly the retention pin was sheared, the top of it was sheared right off. You can see it has laid right over. And looking at the hole, it's nothing but sand, so I doubt if there's any rocks in there. I don't feel any.
Probably not.
Okay, this is the HE submunition out of Bay 1. Bay 1. As you can see, the VRP separated. It doesn't appear that the VRP suspension lines are wrapped. The spreader plate does not look like it's warped at all.
What is this?
Okay, what we're looking at right here is this is the foam and the duroid from the IFE.
You want to spread that? Can you spread the
No,
shoe down?
we don't want to touch,
Don't wanna touch.
that at all. That's 4330.
what Jake does for all the range.
Okay, well, the problem with that is
Well, showing the, just coming down on the no bending or crinkling on the
Alright, no problem. I can handle that.
And then the same thing, you can go ahead and get an overall from behind you, and then showing the tank and those two hits,
Okay.
the two craters. Those are two hits.
Hi.
That one there from the first shot. That one is from raid number 2. Yeah, that's why we were thinking about that. I think he was in the right position. I was telling him, look, that's our survey marker right there, so you can see there's right in the center.
There's the one you blew the first time.
Day 1, 5, 6, 4, and 2 is what I got.
So it's got to be bay
Okay.
3.
Yeah. So we don't have nothing for day 3. So this is day 3.
Is this raid over here? Is that a raid over there, Sergio?
Yes.
Is that one of the tactical shots?
Okay.
These 3 are from the tactical shots.
Please hold it there. Hold.
Okay. Day 1.
Oh, it's bay 2. That's 344. Okay, this is the raid from a B-cell housing from bay 2 of rocket Y017. What is the other identifier now? That was a CDT dash. Anybody know? Well, it's
10, wasn't it?
I know it's rocket Y017. We can go from there. Okay, looking at the raid, there's inflated properly. The ribbon separated at the right spot. The VRP D-bag is in place. Looks like the TDU function normally. We have residue on both band cutters. That's it. A4.
And if we came out here and we hadn't found the DDO in this, we've been going to the same thing, same route. Well, no, we don't want to shoot because we don't have all the Usually guys has got to come out here.
385.
All I got to do is get the inspector. I mean, mostly it's your call, but because I don't want to get anybody killed, but it looks to me like there's so much difference between them. We all go to fire conditions at the same time, even if all I ask you to do is use some common sense. Some of them, I understand pretty
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the detail housing from rocket Y017. It's from the HE unit that was in Bay 4.
Appreciate it.
The raid deployed and inflated. The ribbon separated in the right spot. Got evidence of both band cutters functioning. The D-bag is in place. And that's about all we can say about that one. Let's not even worry about the. Let's go pick up the other ones first. Y017. It was in base 6 of the rocket. Okay, as we're looking at it, you're looking at it just like it landed. The looks like the VRP deployed correctly, and there's no tangles in the line. There's no apparent damage to the spreader plate. The clutch seems to be working very fine. Okay, if we look inside, the FS&A, I'm not sure that's a cool air or is it? Why not? It's interesting. Yeah, it probably is. The A is visible. Generally, when they're not fully armed, what you get is some red and some white. Okay, so anyways, it looks like it did deploy okay. The IR telescope deployed correctly. Okay, looking at the outside of the submunition, you look at both of the IFE connectors and cables. There is no damage to the connectors or cables on either side. The antenna ring and cover seem to be intact. There is a little damage to this module right here. We won't try to speculate when that happened. Probably one of
Number 328.
Yeah, hang on here. Day 6.
86.
Really correct. Last day was 326?
We wanted to be able to get the arc of the submission time fail so the rate turns it vertical. After the rate turns it vertical, it goes straight down into the VRP. So we disabled the VRP.
Okay, we're looking at the raid from Bay 6 of rocket Y017. The raid inflated. The deployment ribbon separated at the right spot. There's no damage to the raid.
We'll go look at that now.
The D-bag is intact. All the ratchet fasteners look good. Looks like we had a normal TDU function. Residue on both band cutters.
It must be the one.
2.
Let's go ahead and roll them.
Rolling.
This is the RAID and decel unit that goes with the submunition in Bay 5. It's a decel number 392. Okay, it looks as if the RAID deployed correctly. It inflated. The deployment ribbon looks to have separated in the right spot. No apparent damage to the RAID. The D-bag is in place. There's residue on both band cutters openings, indicating we had good band cutter function. Okay.
Number 359.
359. Wear it right all over my pants and my shirt and everything else. You want to see that badge yet, do you?
They don't bother with those much anymore. Okay, with this wind, you're going to have to speak up a little bit so this microphone will pick it up.
Okay, this is the decel and RAID from Bay 1 of rocket Y017. It's decel number 359. Okay, as you can see, the decel housing separated, it inflated, the deployment ribbon looks like it let loose at the right spot. There's no apparent damage to the raid. And if we look under here, the D-bag is in place. And looking at the band cutter openings, we have residue showing that both band cutters did in fact function. Looks like we got a good TDU function. Okay.
Rolling.
The shots were.
Okay, we are looking at the SIM submunition number 4313 out of rocket Y017, Bay 5. And again, the submunition deployed properly. The VRP lines are not tangled. Looking at it as it lies here, we're going to say that the antenna ring is in place. There is some damage to it. Looks like ground impact damage. Looking at the IFE cables, this IFE cable is intact, no damage whatsoever. Looking at the other IFE cable, same thing, no damage to the IFE cable. The IR telescope deployed properly and fully. Turning it over, looking at the spreader plate assembly. Spreader plate assembly is not bent. The clutch seems to be loose and functional. Looking at the FSA, it's fully armed. And looking at the rest of the cabling, there's no damage to the cabling and no damage to the magnetometer.
You want to show that that's armed?
Pardon me?
You want to show that that's armed?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, looking at the VRP lines, as we mentioned, there were no tangles. And looking at the VRP, we do have some desert garbage tangle in here. All panels are okay. Y01-012 submunition 4147
Bay.
Bay 2.
Freight only, you want to put?
No. And the date is what, 17?
17 June.
17 June. Okay. Okay, this is a DDM, it's a dash 2 model. Came out of rocket Y01-012. It's submunition 4147, which was in Bay 2, 17 June. Okay, this is a raid-only deployment. You can see that the TDU operated and the raid did inflate. Looks like the D-cell ribbon separated in the right spot. Looking at the raid, there appears to be no damage whatsoever. Okay, the aft band is gone, and as we can see, there is no forward band cutter in there. This baby is safe to pick up. That's it.
Go.
This is the submunition in Bay 5 of the rocket Y01-012 on 17 June 93. It was in Bay 5. Okay, this one is a dash 2 DDM, raid only. The raid did deploy, and it inflated, and the deployment ribbon came apart in the right spot. Okay, if we look at it, we have residue on the aft band cutter. We have no forward band cutter present. All we can say about that. Okay, this is the submunition out of base 6 of rocket Y01-012, 17 June 93. Okay, this is a -1 submunition. It should have deployed both RAID and VRP. As you can see, it only deployed the RAID. There's a live forward band cutter in this one. We'll have to get EOD to handle this. Okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is the submunition out of Bay 1. It was submunition number 4140. It was in rocket Y01-0112, 17 June 93. This is a -1 DDM. As you can see, the forebody did separate. We got a VRP deployment. The lines are not wrapped up, and the spreader plate and the clutch are in good shape. There are no tangles in the VRP lines. Yeah, that's all we can say about that one.
Go ahead.
Okay, the FSNA is safe on this one. It indicates safe, which shows that the MPA did not fire. It would. This is the submunition out of Bay 4. It's submunition number 4146, rocket Y01-012, 17 June. Okay, this is a -2 DDM. It's a RAID only deployment. The RAID did deploy and it inflated. The deployment ribbon separated at the right spot. Looking at the aft cutter, does have residue showing it fired okay, and there's no EBC on this one.
What's RAID serial number, Hal?
This is submunition 4146. Okay, this is the D-cell housing from submunition 4140 out of Bay 1, rocket Y01-012. It's 17 June 93. The VRP deployed correctly. The D-bag is intact. Okay, you have residue in both band cutter openings. The RAID itself. Okay, the deployment ribbon separated in the right spot, and there does not appear to be any damage to the RAID. Okay.